Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Babyteeth. And this is an Australian film about a young woman who's terminally ill, and her developing a relationship with a young man, and dealing with her relationships with her parents. And this film was really anchored by a fantastic performance by Eliza Scanlon, who I first really saw in Little Women that came out recently, and kudos to her because she really stood out in a film where there's a lot of big name actors in that film, and she really carries this film. This film, I feel like, is really special in terms of this kind of story because we've seen this story told before, and Shannon Murphy, the director, and the writer, Rita Kalnajanis, really gives a grimmer, dirtier kind of look at this story where in a lot of films you've probably seen like this with a young woman dealing with illness, it's very cliched. There's a lot of expected points you see, and like the parents are just there to grieve and sell that sadness about it. But this film takes the time to really allow you to dig into each of these really flawed characters. And nobody's perfect, especially in this film. And I really appreciated that because the main character here, Mila, she has her issues. She's very rebellious. She's going out with this young man who is portrayed by Toby Wallace, who doesn't seem like he's a good fit for her, and he causes her pain, but they always come back to each other and forgive each other and try to get past that. And then the parents, played by Ben Mendelsohn and Essie Davis, a fantastic actress, both of them have their flaws, they have their moments, and you see them grow throughout this film and really see what this situation, them dealing with their daughter being sick, does to them as well. And you don't see that a whole lot. And this film is ambitious enough to show the grimy nature of things that people can do when they're in pain and grieving and are afraid of what's going to happen when, like, a daughter is sick. And this film doesn't pull punches. It's very much, you see it how it is. And you really get a perspective on these different characters, and the last 20 minutes of this film are extremely powerful. It really builds up to these emotionally cathartic moments, and it really lands. And this one particular scene at the very end, there's such a meaningful emotional moment between a girl and her father, and the acting in this is so great. And the direction is so refined, and there's a soft touch to it where it feels there's a lot of care going into it. And not in the sense that it's handled with kid gloves. It just is dealt with in a way that is meaningful and emotional, and it allows you to feel those emotions channeling through the film and how it's portrayed by the director and by these performances. And this is a really meaningful film. And it doesn't necessarily get to send you into a lot of different places that you probably haven't seen in a film before, but not many films have the courage to portray them in this raw and really in a way that isn't going to sugarcoat things and isn't worried about being like, well, this person's going through so much, you can't portray them as a bad person. They can't make these bad decisions. People make bad decisions at all points, especially when they're hurting. And this film isn't afraid to do that. And this is a great film. I'd highly recommend Babyteeth. Go check this out. Find this where you can. I watched it on Prime Video. I rented it there. But this is a strong recommendation for Babyteeth, so go check it out. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.